Hello and welcome to News Tonight. I am Rhoda Ngonzi on Sign Language, Mogalo Mohammed. Let's dig into it. The Prime Minister, Robina Nabanja, has commissioned Nyamahuguzi Bridge on Chihumbura Road in Kakumiro District. The bridge that connects Kakumiro residents to Mobende and Chankwanzi was constructed by the Prime Minister, area leaders and the community itself. During the commissioning this morning, the residents commended the Prime Minister for organizing the community and other leaders to construct the bridge.
There was excitement in Nyamuhunguza village in Kakumiro district as the Prime Minister commissioned a bridge constructed by her and community members.
Olutindo lw'Nyamuhunguza.
On behalf of government, the NRM government that knows the problems of the people, I officially commission Nyamuhunguza Bridge for God and my country.
The bridge that connects Kakumiro to Mobende and Chankwanzi districts was among those affected by the heavy rains last year.
Enaku z'omwezi zaalinya omwezi ogwa Novemba omwaka gwe tukubya amabega enkuba ey'amaanyi eya museenene bwe yatandika Uganda yonna yasobola okusalibwako amataba entindo ne zigenda era naffe ab'e Mubende ne Kakumiro we twakoserebwa.
Onale moye muzeyi oye Nabanja oye banange nze siina bwensiima Katonda yeka kubanga yena ali mutwe yagaliddemu atayagala aleke.
Nkwenda kusima Prime Minister Weihanga Ruhanga yebale kukozesa noija kugaraho oruguudo rwaitu.
Mazima right honorable Prime Minister omubintu ebikwatagayine n'ebizibu by'abantu omulimo guno atakusima omulimo gw'okukora omu Kakumiro district.
The Prime Minister further revealed that the costs by the Ministry of Works officials were so high, but together with the community members, she managed to rescue the situation at 1 billion shillings.
Singa tubeera nga twegasse abantu ne babeera mobilized tusobola okukola ebintu bingi. Nimbye olutindo luno nze njagala kuluyita erinnya lya muzeeyi kubanga mu butuufu singa tiyampa bwa Prime Minister n'ezo sente zaali zeewoze nali sina capacity yadde ate singa tiyampa bwa Prime Minister ezo milioni 12 ezavudde ku office ya Prime Minister tezaalize.
Nabanja commended the community and other leaders within the district for contributing towards the construction of the bridge. The construction works were supervised by the existing government engineers and the technical design were supported by the China Communications and Construction Company CCC at no cost.
Ntekera mu kabasa emiliyoni emu muwe akwateko. Abantu bano bakolanga bokka under the supervision of my bodyguard. He's here. He would stay here. And he knows even these people by name. And also, Nicholas is where? If he's not there, then another bodyguard is called Hassan. He remained home. I think his turn is to be at home. And so, n'abasirikale balina engeri gye batuyamba okukola emirimu. Nze bwe nabanga siriiwo nga ono akikwatamu. So I want to thank you. Nawe nja kuwa ebbasa.
Present at the bridge commissioning event were the Executive Director, Uganda National Roads Authority, Allen Kajina, and NRM National Vice for Buganda, Godfrey Chiwanda, among other dignitaries.
Right Honorable, ntukusima mnonga hito nkaba yunru. Otukwatize mnonga, mhande tukora, ntujirambirane iwe, hariho emirimo yito kwatahikizeje, otuyimitsanye kiro tumugende mukore, ntukamiza Right Honorable Prime Minister. Ngo emirimo yona twatwine sente twine obuhagizi bwawe tine kitakwija kukora.
Kituufu amazzi gano tuba tugalabanga road blocker y'enkulaakulana yaffe kuba gaali gaayonoona oluguudo lwaffe. Naye ate kati njagala mugatunuulire mu ngeri ndala. Mugatunuulire nti ate Katonda gateeka wano yatuleetera obugagga mu kitundu kyaffe.
Community members lauded Premier Nabanja, who also doubles as Woman Member of Parliament Kakumiro, and welcomed the development in their area, saying it is going to boost business within Mobende and Kakumiro districts.
Ndi mbaka wa Parliament tu appropriatinga budget buli mwaka n'ogenda okulabanga ddala ekitongole ky'ebyenguudo nga kiri mu mabanja so twamanya nti luno lwoya lwa Munyindo tulina kulwejja ffekka ne twekolamu omulimo ne tuyambibwako Ssaabaminisita Nabbanja Robin.
And NRM leaders and supporters in Iganga district have marked their 30th year in power with a celebration presided over by the National Party Secretary for Mobilization, Rosemary Seninde. During the event held at the district headquarters, leaders emphasized the importance of unity within the party and reaching out to the electorate to address challenges faced in the sub-region.
The celebration commenced with a parade of security officers and students welcoming Honorable Rosemary Seninde. Honorable Seninde emphasized consulting with the electorate to address their concerns ahead of 2026 elections, urging party leaders to foster unity.
We have been able to listen to these issues and we are going to make sure that we put them on table so that they can be addressed. And I want to appeal to the people of NRM, to the NRM supporters. If we love our party and we want our party to grow bigger and stronger, we must stop this business of fighting each other because it is not helping the party at all. And it is the reason why usually the opposition is given a chance to go through because we keep on fighting ourselves.
She also encouraged party leaders and supporters to register eligible youth starting from the age of 16 for the upcoming 2026 elections.
NRM is registering its members and the registration is starting on the 13th up to the 17th. I would like to call upon all of you friends to go and register. We are registering our members from the age of 16. Why? Because by 2026, many of those will be 18 years. And they will be of the right age to vote.
District NRM Chairperson Haj Abeka Walubi urged the government to provide alternatives for sugarcane growers akin to what has been done for tea farmers in Western Uganda.
The tea growers in Ankole sub-region, they have been given alternative to be given money so that they can improve what they are doing now. Is the same thing can be done to the sugarcane growers.
Students from various schools added color to the event with traditional dances and poems, creating a vibrant ambience. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Minister for Education and Sports Janet Museveni has encouraged women in the country to embrace their purpose and God-given calling. She was gracing the mantle of Deborah Uganda chapter and apostolic and prophetic conference at Kololo.
You at the front, Mrs.
The Mantle of Deborah, an apostolic prophetic conference, is a gathering aimed at uplifting and growing the faith of women to conquer their challenges in this ever-changing environment.
It is very clear that nations are coming to our light. It is very clear that kings are coming to the brightness of our rising.
Gracing the occasion, the First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, welcomed the Apostle Isi Igenegba from Nigeria with her message of transformation to Uganda and referred the women to the teachings of Deborah in the Bible.
Deborah's story, as presented in Judges chapter 4 and 5, is one that is brief and yet so insightful. It portrays the biblical character Deborah in three formidable roles: as a prophetess, as a judge, and a commander-in-chief of Israel's army, a role reserved today for the heads of states of nations. Furthermore, Deborah is the only woman in the Bible who had the great privilege of mirroring the Lord as the judge, as a lawgiver, and king, as described in Isaiah 33 verse 22. It says, "For the Lord is our judge, our lawgiver, and our king. He will care for us and save us," unquote. It is worth noting that in every nation, the highest positions of influence fall in these three arms of government. 1, the judiciary; 2, the legislature; and 3, the executive. God chose Deborah a woman, to embody all three positions, crowning this with her vital function as a prophetess, speaking on God's behalf to his people. And indeed, through these three roles, she executed with the boldness and excellence, cared for and saved the people of Israel.
She urged all women in the country to embrace their purposes and God-given callings.
I am glad to know that the mantle of Deborah goes beyond the pulpit to working with communities through the Deborah Impact Project Africa, with a vision to, in quotes, elevate the status of African women from merely surviving to flourishing and thriving from their place of purpose.
Apostle Isi Igenegba shared her testimonies to uplift and empower women and how to be impactful at places of worship.
The weight of the glory of God and the weight of the opinion of God will rest on the inside of you, so that everything that Pastor Laban, Pastor Lee, and Pastor Chintok has preached will go beyond a message. It will become a conviction in your spirit. In the name of our Lord Jesus.
From Kenya, Apostle Lee Wambugu preached transformative messages to the young girls and women in the country to go beyond being wives.
Because make no mistake, every time God moves, there is going to be a stillness after. What we have to be left with is what we erected when God moved. Now is the time of empowerment. Now is the time of divine empowerment for you to build something for longevity, something for a legacy.
The Mantle of Deborah, an apostolic and prophetic conference, attracted several dignitaries from government and over 1,000 women from different places of worship in the country. Lydia Chomkama, UBC News.
And a team of business associates from Viva, Absolute Digital, and Italian companies in Uganda seeking partnership with government in the field of business, information and digitalization. This in a bid to widen Uganda's digital network through investment.
Oh, wonderful! When we were launching, the building broke, 3 classrooms broke, that was built by the parents with the support of the Honorable Minister for Information and National Guidance, Honorable Dr. Chris Badiomunsi, for the great support he has been giving this school. Since 2010, he has been supporting this school, and out of his effort, we have been able to build 9 classrooms.
And I have urged the parents to continue sending their children to school, but also to appreciate that they are part of the running of the school. They should not leave schools to the technical staff and the foundation bodies, but also as parents, they must continue to play their role in order for our schools to grow and prosper. They have many needs, like they need additional computers, which as government we shall support them. They also need additional structures, and we shall continue to support them. And I'm happy that Chirima Community School is one of the best performing schools in this area of Kanungu.
Meanwhile, farmers in northern Uganda are intensifying calls for enhanced infrastructural development to boost the commercialization of agriculture in the region. This was said during, this was during a dialogue held at the recent benchmarking field visit organized by Presidential CEO Forum in Gulu City.
Farmers in northern Uganda are urging government to intensify infrastructural development efforts to enhance commercialization of agriculture. This plea arose during a recent interaction as part of the benchmarking field visit convened by the Presidential Chief Executive Officers Forum in Gulu City.
We pay attention to that infrastructure. Parish development model, good as it is, we are giving families 1 million shillings. Maybe we should have invested that money in silos for storage. The whole story of the cooperatives of the past would have played well for us because people would not worry about rodents eating their maize.
The challenges we are facing as farmers in maybe not only in North Uganda, maybe it's all over Uganda, but that of course is the very poor infrastructure, especially the roads. The roads are in a very, very bad state, and it affects us a lot when we are taking our inputs in and when we are selling our crops.
Transportation is also a challenge, reasons being the roads.
Despite a steady increase in farming activities since the end of the Lord's Resistance Army War, farmers stress the necessity for additional government interventions, particularly in infrastructural development.
To do anything in this area, in this part of Uganda, it would be like making the nucleus farms. It would be like subsidizing the local farmers in making small cooperatives maybe with small tractors, but it should be controlled in a good way.
They highlight the pressing need for agricultural mechanization to mitigate the heightened climatic conditions.
So I read with your members, you are making an historical, remarkable. We have done our part as the army. There's peace, but another phase which you have to tackle is to make our people honey living.
Irene Birungi Mugisha, the coordinator of the Presidential Chief Executive Officer Forum, remains optimistic about government responsiveness to farmers' concerns, especially with the upcoming 5th biannual private sector Chief Executive Officers Retreat scheduled to be held in Gulu City.
The people of northern Uganda, like you ably heard from some of the participants, is they've said this is a timely event for them. Why? Because they will be able to interface with people they can hardly be in position to even reach out to. And so for them to get first-hand information, first-hand solutions, first-hand interventions, that is what we are bringing to Gulu.
We think if we set up industries here, and the Uganda Manufacturers Association, which I heard is ready to spearhead this, we can provide employment, we can add value to the produce, we can bring in manufacturing, which is not happening here, and make Uganda, northern Uganda, a hub for export.
Private Sector Chief Executive Officers Retreat, initiated by the President of Uganda in 2020, serves as a platform to bridge the gap between the government and the private sector. Nahoho Rashid Matselele, reporting for UBC TV.
And the Presidential Chief Executive Officers Forum, through its legal clinic department, has facilitated a constructive dialogue in Arua City, bringing together Arua business community and stakeholders, key stakeholders, that's from various government ministries, departments and agencies.
Established within the framework of the Presidential Chief Executive Officers Forum, the Trade Legal Clinic Desk aims to empower enterprises engaged in commercial agriculture and trade. It offers comprehensive legal resources and support to address practical needs effectively.
During the 4th biannual Presidential CEO Retreat that happened at Kira Motors in Jinja, the President of Uganda officially launched the Presidential CEO Forum Trade Legal Clinic Desk. The Trade Legal Clinic Desk has been set up at the Presidential CEO Forum to bridge the information gap between traders, people in the business community, and generally people in the private sector and the government MDAs that are offering these services to their people.
The Arua Legal Desk Clinic served as a vital platform for traders to voice their business challenges to relevant stakeholders from government ministries, departments and agencies in Arua City.
In the current, all the staffs of immigration don't speak the local language. You find that some traders or the East Congolese, they come there, they would like to present their issues, but because of the language, they cannot speak. All the people currently in immigration, they do not speak the local language.
Due to its proximity to the borders of the Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan, Arua City sees a significant engagement in cross-border trading among its traders.
This workshop that has come, it's actually come at the right time, but I will say it should have come yesterday but one. Why so? There are many things that we are suffering from. There are many things that we have not benefited from.
Most of these challenges encountered by these traders stem from limited knowledge about available resources, markets and incentives under both the government, regional and continental agreements.
I think the main issue with the revenue, with URSB, with UNBS is the communication gap. People are not informed. People don't know what these people want. And there's totally different mindset now, especially in West Nile about the URA. If they could come back and change this, it will be so good.
Various agencies such as Uganda Revenue Authority, Uganda Registration Services Bureau, and Uganda Chamber of Commerce utilize this platform to provide traders with essential insights into various legal aspects of business.
The first thing is, which we need to know, is that within both the EAC and the COMESA trade regime, there is a regime known as the simplified trade regime. The purpose of the simplified trade regime is to facilitate cross-border trade, like the kind of traders you're talking about, small-scale cross-border traders.
Non-tariff barriers, that's a benefit to the business community. When these countries have now ratified the protocols that have been signed, then you got those non-tariff barriers. You move with your goods free without paying those other taxes. I think you already talked about this.
The forum facilitates the Presidential Chief Executive Officers Forum in formulating recommendations that are presented to key policymakers within the government. Nahoho Rashid Matselele for UBC TV.
And former Uganda Road Fund Executive Director has been elected the new Paramount Chief of Lango. Engineer Dr. Michael Moses Odongo Kune will take over office officially in November this year as the current Paramount Chief retires from service. Tonight, UBC's Eddie Olua brings you the profile of the Paramount Chief-elect.
The Lango Paramount Chief is chosen by representatives of the region's 149 Gazette clans. Odongo, a former executive director of Uganda Road Fund, previously served as Lango's foreign minister from 2010 to 2017. During his tenure, he spearheaded the 2012 Lango Conference, which established a development agenda for the region. His leadership also saw the enthronement of clan leaders, the launch of an education fund, and a tree planting campaign to counter deforestation caused by charcoal burning. However, some clan leaders disputed his authority during his prior term, recognizing Mzee Yosa Modur as the legitimate paramount chief due to his government gazette status.
Mzee Yosa is in office up to December 2024. And he has given us a date for election on the 7th, in November 2024. November 2024. This is not in dispute. This is what is in agreement with the office of His Highness the Wonyachi.
We are going to sit together as a team. We are going to have one Wonyachi. Take it with me. It is going to happen. I'm ready on the team for peace. We want peace in Laos.
Following Odu's resignation, Odongo garnered overwhelming support from the clan leaders securing his victory as the Wonyachi, the paramount chief of Lango. Born in 1965, Odongo's background reflects a commitment to infrastructure development. His civil engineering degree from Makerere University paved way for an illustrious career with the Ministry of Works and Transport, culminating in his leadership of the Uganda Road Fund. The blend of technical expertise and regional devotion positions Odongo well for his upcoming 20 years tenure, which will officially begin in November upon Mzee Odu's retirement in December. Many analysts have highlighted that his leadership will be crucial in navigating the opportunities and challenges facing the Lango people, ensuring a prosperous future built on a foundation of tradition and progress. Edula, UBC News.
And members of the Patriotic League Kampala have criticized KCCA for harassing street vendors who are striving to earn a living. The members of PLU Kampala had joined women in ghetto at Nachivubo Settlement Primary School to celebrate Women's Day, an occasion that was also used to empower them.
Uganda Friday joined the rest of the world to celebrate International Women's Day. PLU Kampala organized a ceremony to celebrate with women in the ghettos of Kampala and Nachivubo Settlement Primary School. PLU members were led by Mugalula Gloria, who explained why they decided to celebrate the day in such a place.
Oboli wa Nupu, oboli wa DP, oboli wa Chi, yeyambule abavuddeyo be bano abagala okukwata eggwanga mu maaso kulitwala.
Noticed in the past years, women have been celebrated at the national level, but these ones downtown have hardly been recognized during Women's Day. So we decided to bring an event to them to uplift their spirits, because we've been hanging out with these women a lot. And they're complaining about so many issues. They feel marginalized.
She also appreciated President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for giving women the opportunity to hold senior positions in government, but urged leaders to pay attention to women in various fields.
Museveni has liberated women. There is no government in Africa like the government of President Museveni. There is no leader like Museveni in Africa that has liberated women and empowered them the way he has. So we are calling upon KCCA to respect women, especially omuntu wa wansi.
Mugalula criticized KCCA for harassing street vendors who are trying to earn a living, especially women vendors.
So we are calling upon KCCA enforcement group, please respect women, their dignity. Even if you found her without a license, yes, she's wrong, but handle people and give them grace. Still hope in people and tell them not to worry, everything is going to be fine. We are also setting up our legal aid clinic downtown here. Lawyers have offered to offer their free services, legal help, to these people that are arrested illegally, that are bundled up by force,
The event was graced by a cross-section of people: Cedric Babu, Balam Bargahare, Gashumba Frank, among others.
Era tujja mugamba nti mu bitundu ebirala by'olina okuyitako kituufu nnyo nawana akole ki.
Tuwagira Museveni kuba yali mu buyinza ate muzadde waffe. Naye kasita agamba nti akooye tulina standby ki? Tena standby chi? Ado yachimanyi nnyo. Generator kweri ate tokota.
So mwebale nnyo kujja. Tetulina budde nnyingi. Batugenda kujja ne tiimu yonna.
Jamil Sikaja compiled this report.
Also, Patriotic League of Uganda in Entebbe Namalanda has donated basic items to Chirudu Referral Hospital to cater for patients' well-being in the hospital. Agaba Simon, a member, says Chirudu Hospital has a number of marginalized patients who cannot afford basic needs after being abandoned by family members, friends and relatives.
The basic needs donated by the Patriotic League of Uganda in Entebbe Namalanda include sugar, soap, milk and eggs, among others, to aid patients receive treatment in the hospital. On behalf of the hospital, the donation was received by Musa Magala, who lauded Patriotic League of Uganda of Entebbe Namalanda for the gesture.
Our patients there are need of the items you have brought. Therefore, we thank you very much and we request you to come back next time.
It is important to give because most of the patients, they don't have what to eat, they are suffering and they are there. So it is our role to look after them so that we can assist them and we can give them what to eat so that they can survive.
Agaba Simon, the team leader, stresses the need for more support towards Chirudu Hospital to help patients have the basic needs as they get treatment.
I made a decision to come to Chirudu Hospital because it looks to be the most having vulnerable communities. So we decided to bring what they requested us in our reach, but I believe there outside people could be having the hearts of giving. Please come. We are doing it. It's small, very small, but the hospital needs enough.
Mugisha Michael, a patient, has spent 2 years at the hospital after his family members abandoned him. He says he received treatment and medication from experts until his discharge, only to realize that his relatives had ran from the hospital for unclear reasons. Unfortunately, Mugisha was diagnosed with HIV. His legs are paralyzed and he cannot do anything. He calls upon his family and relatives to come to his rescue. It is on record that government hospitals face a number of challenges, including lack of drugs, absenteeism of medical workers, and illegal sale of drugs to patients, vices that hinder service delivery and access to health services for all. I'm Nafka Farida and Sulaka Gugube.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
The government of Uganda and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is calling upon all stakeholders such as the chief administrative officers, city mayors, resident city commissioners, city clerks, city and division councillors, wards and LC chairpersons, as well as the residents and business communities to cooperate with the UBOS field teams as we embark on advanced preparations to conduct the National Population and Housing Census on the 10th of May 2024. The census will be at 10-day exercise to obtain statistical data and information that will be used for planning and policy formulation, including information on 1. How many we are, 2. Where we are, 3. How we are living, 4. What we own, and 5. Where we access services from. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics has now started listing of households and mapping in the 11 cities of Arua, Fort Portal, Gulu, Hoima, Jinja, Lira, Mbale, Masaka, Mbarara, Soroti, and in the Greater Kampala, comprising of Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. For more information, please call 0755 342 128 or 0773 342 128. This message is brought to you by the Executive Director and Census Commissioner, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Census 2024. It matters to be counted.
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight. National Drug Authority has conducted an operation on pharmacies and laboratories in Kampala aimed at curbing the sale of expired drugs. During the operation, it was discovered that expired HIV testing kits, malaria drugs and hepatitis B test kits had been replaced with new labels to conceal the actual expiry date.
The National Drug Authority (NDA) has been conducting operations across the country to curb on illegal pharmacies selling expired drugs. The National Drug Authority, in collaboration with Uganda Police Force, Saturday morning raided Jessica Plaza, where they closed several laboratories after finding them with expired drugs. The pharmacists manning the affected drug shops tried to explain to the NDO officials, but their plea were in vain. Police consequently arrested and took some of them to Central Police Station to make statements.
Where is it supposed to be? Where's the copy for here? You have suitability of premises? Are you selling school lab or you are selling which type of equipment do you sell?
Polyzac Lab Supplies Limited, located at Twese Plaza, was found with expired HIV and AIDS test kits, malaria drugs and hepatitis B test kits. Using stickers, the pharmacist had changed the true dates of expiration.
Alerted us that there were people, especially those who run diagnostic or laboratory testing kits, that tamper with them, changing the dates of expiry mainly, others selling government diagnostic kits, but also some merchandise shops illegally possessing drugs.
In the same operation, a soft drinks shop was found with boxes of drugs hidden under the counter. Abiaz Ramwiri, spokesperson of the National Drug Authority, sent a stern warning to illegal pharmacies, drug shops and laboratories that they will continue to crack the whip until they abide by the law.
We ferried about 4 trucks. We estimate them, as you can see, our inspectors are grading them, sorting them, and are going to quantify them, but we estimate over 500 million Uganda shillings in just this one catch.
I'm Nafka Farida and Mingo Joseph.
St. Teresa Namilyango Girls Boarding School has started earnest preparations for the 75th anniversary celebrations in October that are expected to highlight the school as one of Uganda's best.
On the occasion of celebrating a belated Women's Day, learners at St. Teresa and Lango Girls Boarding School have showcased an abundance of skills in music, dance and drama. The day was also used to celebrate academic excellence from the 2023 primary living examinations, in which 87 sat and scored 78 first grades and 9 in second. 2 learners scored aggregate 4, while the least performing learner had 15 aggregates.
At St. Teresa Girls Boarding Primary School, we are celebrating our day for the Women's Day, as well as celebrating the successes we had in 2023, especially in PLE, primary living examinations, because we excelled. And then we have a ceremony where we are going to fundraise for the construction of the platinum block.
St. Teresa and Lango Girls Boarding School will in October this year celebrate its 75th anniversary and have continued a fundraising for the platinum building that will house, among others, a dining hall.
We are thanking God for all that He has given us. We are thanking Him for making us, for we are women, and we want to praise Him.
You are aware that nothing can go on and succeed without education. I'm happy that the administration of this school and indeed the diocese have put emphasis on educating the girl child and supporting the Ugandans. We are here to support this monument project, which we intend to achieve as we celebrate 75 years of existence.
The celebrations at which excellent performers will be recognized is on the theme of celebrating 75 years of steady growth with God's abundant blessings upon a girl child.
Yes, I continue to urge everybody to support the girl child. Girls are doing wonders. Support them. And for us as St. Teresa, support us as we construct this monument, as we celebrate 75 years. We call upon all parents, well-wishers, and old girls.
Meanwhile, social capital has been identified as another resource in life in addition to formal education. UBC TV moved through different scholars and found out that social capital through people near us, culture and skill or sport are paramount to one's life in addition to education.
Progressive Senior Secondary School in Kajansi has celebrated its success from the recently released Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education examination results.
Our results for 2023 USCE were such good. We got a candidate scoring 20 points in an arts combination. We had one offering PCM scored 19 points.
The school is celebrating, but importantly advising endeavors in acquiring social capital through interaction things like engaging in sports.
Progressive, we keep the point of social capital very to be part of our curriculum. So what we do, we engage learners from different parts of Uganda, from Kabale, from Arua, from any other part where they can easily reach us. So what we do, we try to see that their stay in school is very important, that they can link up as friends, that even after school they can find themselves in the world of work.
Schools like Uganda Matters High School Lubaga have over the years been perfect examples of schools whose academic performance isn't derailed by sports.
Yet we are teaching our kids to create their own jobs. You must now be job creators. We are not training the kids to go and look for jobs out there. And not look for what to do. You must have what to do yourself. So we teach our kids to do things themselves. For us, we do everything by ourselves, and the students know that.
Results from the 2023 Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education show that 96% of the candidates, including celebrated sports personalities, qualify for further education.
And not look for what to do. You must have what to do yourself. So we teach our kids to do things themselves.
At Seat of Wisdom Secondary School in Kasao, a school that ensures all its learners embrace a sport or two, 90% of its learners got enough points for further education, with the best scoring 18. Mandela Senior Secondary School in Hoima also scored impressively, with 6 students passing with 20 points. 11 got 19, 7 got 18, while others passed with 17, 16 and 15 points.
Among our top scorers, we have had Komagum James scoring 20 points in PCM, Rutuk James scoring 20 points in PCM, Otim Emmanuel Yuki 20 points in head, Okelo Marvin 20 points in head, Kusemera Hekura 20 points in head, Namatov Marion 20 points in head.
It was great joy among continuing and former students, teachers and parents of Godswill High School Maganjo as they welcomed and celebrated the academic performance with their former student Hajara Naziwa, who sat for USE for a second time scoring 19 points, and this after taking a break due to financial constraints after her 2008 progress.
Mwaka gwange nasooka okutuula senior 6 yali 2008 era nga nali ne Mr. Chesto kuba yali omusomesa wange yankwatako. Nakola bulungi by that time nafuna nzirikira zaali 23 points. Naye saasobola funa mikisa kweyongerayo wabula naddamu nengezaako omwaka ogwaddako ne bansindika Tororo nensoma business studies ku UCU. Gye nava nga ndaba omulimu gwenfunye kusomera kwe nasooka okukola nga nze nga nze omu sikyagala.
Other candidates also excelled, with 3 attaining 20 points, and attributed this to hard work and God's intervention.
We have competent teachers, and besides them being competent in what they do, they have a parenting heart. They do a lot of counseling to keep our students academically focused.
At Kawanda Senior Secondary School in Wakiso, students praised the good Lord's grace and wisdom, which saw them pass with 3 principal passes.
And I offer Dale, that's Divinity, Ent, and Luganda. And I got 18 points. I thank the Lord and my teachers.
And I've been offering biology, chemistry, math. I got 17 points, and I really thank the Almighty for that. I thank the school for all that I've done for us. I thank for the head teacher.
Such was the mood at Matuga Mixed Secondary School as the head teacher, Hassan Barugambe, hails the teacher-to-student relationship that produced better results.
Today we are here to celebrate the release of our USE results. Yesterday, US results were released. Our performance here, I can say, was marvelous. The best scored 18 points in arts, and then sciences scored 15 points. Most of our students, they got 3 principal passes, 2 principal passes. They qualify to go for university courses in universities and tertiary institutions. We want to thank the government of Uganda. We thank our dear parents. We thank our teachers.
I scored 15 points in MEG. I thank Allah who has enabled us.
I got 18 points. I thank the head teacher, the school, and also my parents for supporting me in everything, and my teachers for teaching us and for giving us better views to pass.
Global Harvest Secondary School also celebrated the year 2023 academic success, and teachers, parents as well as learners welcomed the exceptional performance.
And I thank God that I got 17 points because of my teachers, my parents, and I thank my parents that that they helped me.
I'm really happy today for the results I've received in the Uganda Certificate of Education, because they were really good. We got 3 students with 20 points and we are doing sciences. Then the 5 with 19 points. We are really happy.
And business leaders in Karamoja sub-region want more tractors distributed to the area to help farmers open up big chunks of land for agricultural purposes. This follows a donation of 16 tractors to Navyun Zono Agriculture's Research Development Institute by Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. However, leaders and officials at Navyun say the demand for tractors to promote agricultural mechanization in the sub-region is overwhelming, hence the need for more.
In April 2023, Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries launched a tractor hire scheme in Karamoja sub-region aimed at boosting food production in the region. 10 tractors were delivered at Nabuin Zone Agriculture Research Development Institute, ZADRI, in Lorengedwant sub-county, Nabiratok district, since it was chosen to coordinate the tractor hire scheme. 6 more tractors were availed to cover all the 9 districts of Karamoja. Last planting season, only 2,800 acres of land were ploughed, while several farmers, especially in Kotido, Moroto and Kabong districts, missed out on the season. Dr. Paul Okulo, Director of Research at Nabuin Zono Agricultural Research Institute, says that they have so far received demand for tractor services from 2,000 farmers in Napak district.
The demand for Napak district, about 2,000 farmers have expressed the demand for the tractors. Actually, a total of 5,000 acres in Napak alone. I've also received demand from Abin, a total of 342 farmers, with an area of up to about 3,000 to be plowed. So the demand is too high. We are expecting to receive for not appropriate. So a clear indication that this number of tractors are not enough.
Dr. Okulo wants farmers to consider forming groups for easy access to the tractors. Silva Ogwang is the production manager at Nabuin Zono Agricultural Research Institute, who is also the tractor coordinator.
Tractors are hired at the rate of 80,000 per acre. That's what even makes the demand higher, because in the region, the private sector charges a bit high.
Scientists at Nabuin also received 9 working tractors from the Ministry of Agriculture, which will be used by small-scale farmers. According to the scientists here, the tractor hire scheme is working well in promoting mechanized and commercial farming, which has increased food production, especially in the districts along the green belt areas.
We plowed over 2,500 acres across Karamoja sub-region. And we realized that the hire scheme actually is very good and is going to work. We met a lot of challenges.
Has also been able to make us produce adaptable seed for the region, because that is one of the challenges we have seen through the piloting process. Extension and seed are key challenges.
Meanwhile, Nabilatok District Chairperson Paul Okol reminds the Prime Minister to expedite the process to access the tractors she promised to Karamoja sub-region.
Together, the LC3s at Kaweta, the Prime Minister herself had indicated that she would procure 10 tractors for each district, and I think she raised our hopes. This is a very good plan. We want the Prime Minister to actualize this plan. We are seeing there is hope in mechanizing agriculture.
They add that farmers mapping is going on and they have started deploying the tractors. I'm Nafka Farida and Moriniga.
And smartphone users are to receive maintenance and repair services at a moderate and cost-effective fee. This has been revealed by the General Manager, CalCare Uganda, James Okiror, at the launch of the after-sale technical support campaign for smartphones and accessories in Kampala.
The growing trends and advancements in technology have seen the world shift from use of traditional gadgets and modes of transmitting information, evident from the number of smartphone users who find it convenient to access anything from the palm of their hands. According to a survey conducted in 2022, the number of smartphones registered in Uganda grew steadily quarter on quarter, growing from 4.6 million in the first quarter of 2018 to over 12 million by the fourth quarter of 2022. Smartphone users in Uganda range in age, with 76% of them falling into the 25 to 34 age group. Despite the freedom given by Uganda Communication Commission and telecommunication companies to Ugandans to enjoy modern technology, particularly the use of smartphones, many users of these gadgets find hurdles in fixing and repairing them when they break down. This has prompted CalCare Uganda to provide official after-sales technical support for smartphone products at the market.
Imagine a scenario where you have a damaged phone and you're frustrated about going to the right place. to have it fixed. This is where we as CalCare come in to give you reliable and secure services. Customer comes to our service center for repair. They are guaranteed one of quality and reliability of our services. Yes, another thing about our services is our services are affordable, and those who have recently purchased their devices and their devices are still under the warranty cover are guaranteed of free services for anything that is operated on their phone.
CalCare management looks forward to extending a wide bunch of support to cater to problems faced by their clients at a cost-effective plan. Mr. James Okirol assures customers of genuine service delivery.
Linking together to have also in the hard part of it, softwares and hardwares at this side of CalCare.
Nekesa Martha Irene, the Authorized Services Center Supervisor, pledged CalCare Uganda's commitment to enhancement of customer satisfaction and loyalty, offering skills to Ugandans through training.
Recently, we recruited some students from Nakawa Vocational Training Institute. Given the fact that they have a background of technical skills, we recruited them and put them on board on our team.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Welcome back. In sports, the Uganda Bridge Federation has intensified its campaign to teach the sport across the country. Let's take a look.
One of Uganda's newest sports federations, the Uganda Bridge Federation, has continued to spread the sport across the country with emphasis on universities through outreaches.
Bridge, first of all, it's an intellectual game played by 4 people in a partnership format. Bridge is actually the best card game you'll ever play in this world. It's played on a square table with 4 people, and the aim of the game is to win tricks. But before you even win tricks, you have to go through what we call a vigorous process called the bidding process. Those who know auctioning, who know bidding, this is a game for you. So when you are able to have the right bid, the right communication with your partner, then you can be able to go on and play the game. Of course, the game of bridge is we use a deck of cards. These are 52 in number, and the entire set is served out among the 4 players, meaning each player gets 13 cards.
The latest outreach at Islamic University in Uganda, Kaboja campus, has attracted more than 50 participants from 8 universities.
Today we are trying to prepare the different universities for the FISU Mind Sports Championship, which is scheduled to take place later on this year in June. So we are holding several number of tours, what we call bridge tours, where we are going to be able to get the best players to represent Team Uganda at the FISU Mind Sports Championship for university students. So today basically we are here to try to set off our circuits. Today we are at IU, Kaboja, and we plan to be at Chambogo, Moobs, and later on Makerere for the climax of the bridge qualifiers.
In less than a year of its existence, the Uganda Bridge Federation has been established in 10 universities, including in Nkumba, Busitema, Ndeje, and Makerere.
Well, and that does it for news tonight. Thank you for sticking with us throughout the hour. Mohammed Mugalu on sign language. I am Rhoda Ngonzi. Have yourselves a lovely night.
My name is Grace with your weather update. We are still experiencing light and showers dominating most parts of the country. Nevertheless, other areas are still waking up to a sunny interval. Seeing the satellite picture, we are having the rainfall in most parts of the country, but mainly around lake shores and parts of the Karamoja regions due to the northerly easterlies coming from the Indian Ocean into our country and the local effects affecting the way you're seeing it. Tomorrow morning, we expect to wake up with light isolated showers in Kapiti, Kampala and parts of Masaka, but the rest of the area with sunny intervals moving into the eastern. We are waking up to light isolated showers, parts of Tororo and Jinja, apart from Soloti, where we are seeing a sunny intervals. The western stretch, we are seeing a domination of isolated showers most parts, apart from Asindi, where we are waking up to a bright sunny day in the early mornings of tomorrow. The northern sector is expected to wake up to a bright sunny day in the early mornings of tomorrow. Afternoon hours, we are seeing a pickup of light isolated showers dominating most parts of the central at a maximum 29 degrees Celsius across parts of Nakasongola and Mubende, Kapiti, Kampala with 28, Masaka with 27 degrees Celsius. Parts of the eastern in the afternoon hours, a pickup of light showers expected at a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius across Solti, 29 Tororo, and parts of Jinja. The western stretch, a domination of light isolated showers is expected that side also at a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius across parts of Masindi, Kasese was 28, Barra was 26, Kaval Highlands with the lowest of 22 degrees Celsius. The northern sector, we are seeing a pickup of light isolated showers at a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius, even parts of Arua. It's moving out of Uganda to the 50s across the globe. We're forecasting light showers, parts of Nairobi at a maximum of 27 degrees Celsius, Dubai with rain at a maximum of 25 degrees Celsius, Cairo with sunny intervals at a maximum of 24 degrees Celsius, and London with the cloudy conditions at the lowest of 80 degrees Celsius only. Thanks for tuning on UBC. My name is Grace. Stay tuned and see you.